And that's kind of the hard thing where I'm like, did Max Crosby come out and say it himself? No. He
No.
really, but you know what bothers me is that he didn't come out and say it himself. Why didn't Max Crosby just come out and say, "Hey man, I want to get traded"? At the end of the day, if people are saying, "Oh yeah, Max wanted to make sure the Raiders got the most from him," I saw reports coming out like that, and I'd be like, if you got those reports coming out, why don't you just square up with the fans and say, "Hey man, I wanted to get traded. I wanted to be out. It just wasn't working out for me." I'd be like, let me ask you guys that. Why couldn't he just come out and say, "Hey, I want to get traded"?
Well, and that's what I was saying earlier before you guys both got on. It's like, Glazer came out and made that statement, and it was a few days before you heard any chirp from Max. So it's like, if someone's talking about me and it's not true, I'm going to squash it right away. If it's something that I was okay with him putting out there, is to kind of just get the pulse of what's really going on, like what do people really feel? Because there was always something in the back of everybody's head that this could be the year, but nobody really came out and say it. Meaning like the insiders and all that. So Glazier comes out and says it, and the media goes nuts. YouTube goes crazy. Everybody's all over it. And now here it is, what, 3-4 weeks later, and it's actually happened. But he never came out himself right after that and said, no, that's not true. He kind of dropped little hints that, people say this, people say that. He never denied it. That's the one thing that just told me that he definitely wants out of here.
Probably a product. He may still have been conflicted at the time. You know what I mean? Like, there's that part of him that he seems like a loyal kind of guy, but at the same time, it's the right time at the moment. So, look, once a Raider, always a Raider. I appreciate him and his services. Thank you very much. But we're moving in a new direction, and I'm excited to see what we do with it. Now, I want us to make good on these said picks. I don't want us another situation where what we did with Khalil Mack, we got Josh Jacobs, but what else did we get? We flipped it for Damon Arnett and Brian Edwards. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of Khalil Mack, like, just real quickly, I do not even feel close to how I felt the day we traded Khalil Mack. To me, as upset as I am, might be, I'm with it.
I love you, Africasi, but dude, I feel like I got punched in the fucking nuts right now, bro. I feel like I just went right now to the store to go pick up my, extracurriculars, and I got robbed as soon as I left the store. But like, bro, and I'm gonna leave it for reals. I'm disappointed in what we got. People were talking Micah Parsons type trade. Right? That's what people were saying at the very beginning. Micah Parsons type trade. And then for us to get 2 number ones that are hey, let's be real. It's a 50-50 shot. It's nothing that we're going to guess. And again, I go and I say, hey, the reason I wanted another Pro Bowler, a guy that, was going to have some salt on this team, is because, again, I go and I ask myself, who the fuck is going to lead this team? Fernando Mendoza, a rookie who doesn't know shit? I'm like, he's going to go in there in a room full of men and be like, I got this, guys. He ain't I mean, like, Kobe Bryant didn't do that. Nobody did
I don't know. That's
so
still,
that's where
I
my
think that
questions
still remains to be seen. I don't know I mean, does the team really need to have a face? Do they really need? I mean, they have to have a leader in the locker room and everything. I get that part. But I mean, the face of the team is going to be Mendoza. That's for one. I think it should be 3 of them. To be honest with you, the face of the team should be Mendoza, Brock, and Genty. Those are the 3 future for this team right there. If we can do this the right way, that's the future of this organization. Treat them right, do right by them. That's if Mendoza's as good as everybody says he is. That's our triplet going forward. You got your running back, you got your top tight end, and you got your quarterback.
And we need to find other guys too. And that's why it's important that we get it right with the draft across the board, or at least find 2 or 3 other guys that are going to be good starters. Not these guys who are starting by default, not these guys who are spot guys. why we need to find core pieces of our roster. Now, to your point, we're going to need to find another leader on the defensive side of the ball. We've got nobody there. But, remember 2014, we were in the same position, and that draft class changed our trajectory for a little while. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited at least that this is a new era. So let's get it right. Let's get it right with free agency, and let's get it right with the draft, and give the team, the coaches, time to pan out and see where we can go. I'm excited. I just want us to get it right. As I keep saying over and over again, every time I get on live, it's time to get it right.
I love the positivity.
No, we don't play the Ravens this season.
Hey, I love the positivity. That's the only thing we can have right now, guys. Honestly, like, you know what, Jeff, I'm going to tell you, before I jumped on, my daughter, she's a Raiders fan, but she was giving me the business. She was like, Dad, you said we were at the bottom of the barrel. Well, we found a new way to get deeper. She was like, we just traded Maxx Crosby, who's our star player. And she's like, who do we have to replace him? And I said, damn.
Remains to be seen.
Yeah. And this is my 12-year-old daughter who she only watches on Sundays because her dad is a Raiders fan and forces her, right? So like, I was just like, you know what? She hit the nail on the head, man. I'm like, it's tough right now. I think a lot of Raider Nation feels like that. But I love Afrakasi's thing, man. Hey, you get punched in the face, what you going to do? You going to sit there and cry about it? Or are you going to freaking say, hey, man, we got to do what's best and we got to figure it out? But again, what I'm just disappointed in is what we got.
What's up, Mark?
When we say, hey, when we were talking about it, Philadelphia, man, coming in with Jalen Carter. I want to know what that package looked like.
Well, that's what it was. It was the first round of this year, first round of next year, and Jalen Carter.
So how are we more enticed by 2 number ones than a player and 2 number ones?
The number one this year
is that actually 14? A fact? Is that actually is that a matter? Yeah,
that was an offer. It was reported by Tom Pelissaro and a few other legit guys that was an offer from the Eagles, but it was only on the table until Monday morning, and it was going to come off the table. We had to make a decision with the Eagles before Monday morning.
Hey, John Spytek, I need you to get off the sauce, baby. I know you were in Vegas on a Friday night. This must have been one of those missed dials. If they are offering Jalen Carter plus 2 number ones, please tell me this was a misdial. I'd be like, this is almost like as criminal as us saying that we didn't call to move up with the Washington Commanders.
It could also be the whole still flashbacks of the Ruggs thing because of what Jalen Carter went. That's the whole reason we didn't take him in the first place, and we took Tyree, first of all. Okay. And second of all, this could have been Mark saying, no, I don't want a guy with that situation coming here. Even though he wasn't the driver, he just happened to be in the car, but he was a part of it. I get it. I don't know. For the same reason why he wouldn't bring in Stephon Diggs. He's not going to bring Diggs in here because of his domestic abuse stuff, and Mark being such tight friends with Blitnikoff. He's not going to do that. There's no way a guy with a domestic violence history is going to be picked up by the Raiders. It's not going to happen. He's not going to do that.
No players getting picked up with domestic.
Not with the Raiders.
No.
Nope.
Mark Davis has made a hard point of it.
The other day, we should get Ruggs. I'm like, Ruggs is not coming here. I mean, Diggs, Stephon Diggs. He's not coming here. He goes, but I said, do you understand why we won't take him? And I had to explain it to him a little bit. So it's like, it's not going to happen. There's no way. Blitnikoff would be heartbroken if that happened. He would. Yeah, Colt Miller is the last Oakland Raider.
No, he's not. Daniel Carlson. AJ Cole.
You sure it's Carlson? I thought it was AJ Cole. I thought Carlson came over after Cole.
Pretty sure he came in 2019. Let me check.
AJ Cole, I think was that was the one I was kind of double guessing myself at first.
Carlson, you could be right. I'm not sure. AJ Cole he's definitely not the last So Colton Miller and AJ Cole definitely. Yeah, he was Oakland Raider 2018.
So
You see that?
Carlson, Cole, and Miller.
Yep, the last of the Oakland Raiders.
And right now, Carlson's a free agent, and we haven't brought him back yet. So technically, right now, it's just Colton Miller and AJ Cole. And Cole's not going anywhere for a few more years.
It's a dying breed, unfortunately, but here we are.
Yeah.
But look, like on the positive side of the coin, like with Maxx, again, I appreciate everything that he's done, but at the same time, he's been, how many seasons is he in the league? This would be his 8th. So 19.
9th, I thought.
This would be his 8th
season
in the league. You know, that is a long time for players. Like a lot of players that don't last more than 4 or 5 seasons in the league. And how much longer of his prime does he have left in the tank? So again, I believe it's the right time and the right move, and I'm excited to see where we go with this new era. Let's just get it right.
Yeah. Real quick, $2 shout out here with the super chat from Fernando Mendoza. You don't know shit either, Razor Will. Thanks for the super chat there, Fernando. You would think with NIL money, you'd be able to give me a little more, but come on, Fernando.
You know what, man? Hey, I hope Fernando Mendoza comes in here and fucking tears it up. I'll be fucking cheering my ass off. I'll be sitting here eating crow all fucking day long.
With the number 1 pick, you should.
You know, but I'll be like, at the end of the day, bro, he's a young man. The expectations are fucking ridiculous. And the thing that I liked about Maxx Crosby being here, with him being here, it took a little bit of pressure off of him. Think about this, right? The pressure coming in on this young man being the number 1 draft pick, being the quarterback, and now the face of the franchise, and now the head of the locker room, that's a lot for him. So that's where I go, and I'm like, man, you know, I hope that they bring in some senior leadership around him to take some of that off, because it's going to be a tough go, bro. I'll be like, hey, having 6 games that we're probably going to win, I'll be like 6 games on a good season. People are talking, you know, more. I'm thinking 6 games. I'm like, it's tough to handle that locker room and handle men and be the leader of those men.
James Furpo says, I feel like Afakasi looks right now.
Well, I look good, don't I?
It's like, I
take it he's feeling good.
You know, Valerie, this is why I don't buy. The last jersey of a new player I ever bought was Robert Gallery. I have not bought a jersey of a new player since then, and I won't. If I buy jerseys, it's only old school, long-term Raider players, and that's it. I can't do it.
Well, years from now, you can
Raiders tattoo.
you can still rock their jerseys of these players that you appreciate during their time while they're with us. I mean,
Gallery.
I have no problem with.
No, I'm talking new players. I'm talking new players.
I get that. I've bought a few new players, and I've got a lot of old players' jerseys that they went on to other teams, but I still appreciate their time with the Raiders, and I still have fond memories, and I still rock their jerseys to this day. Even Robert Gallery, I kind of appreciate. You may not, but I do.
You see, I love that. Man.
I thought the report I was sent by somebody was that it was 2 first, but okay. Then I definitely would have taken the Ravens one then.
Yeah. If it's a first and a third, I'm like, in Carter, then I'm like,
what's up, people?
I like what Afrakasi said, but you know what, Afrakasi? I'm vindictive. I go like, you know what? You're on the other team. Fuck you and fuck your team until you come back or you retire. But I mean, like, no, I love it, man. I love it. I'm like, that's what, and I get some people, man. They go like, oh, I can't wear that jersey. Oh, I can wear that jersey. I'm like, do whatever you want to do, man. Fan the way you want to fan. If it's like, if you wear all old players and all the guys left, that's all you got. Rock it.
What's up, Cisco? Cisco, you didn't want him to go to the 49ers? I would have taken their first round pick and Bosa.
Was that even on the table?
No. He meant Raider Will, not Razor Will. He just mistypes the S and the D.
Freaking hobo.
So where are the Ravens? Where's the Ravens pick at?
14, brother. 14 this year.
14. Okay.
And
got
you know
with,
what?
You told me before the Eagles vibe.
So it'll
Eagles
be 2.
23.
Let me ask you guys this, right? So we go 14, and it's probably going to be in the mid 20s next year. You know, that we're going to get these 2 picks.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Baltimore's pick's going to be right around the same spot next year.
That's what I'm saying. Right around 20s, they're at 14. I'm thinking they
They're
might
at 14.
win.
I think they're going to be worse next year. Think about it. They're losing Lindenbaum. Lamar Jackson can't stay healthy for an entire season. Okay. Derrick Henry's getting older. He's not taking the hits and running the ball like he used to. Their wide receivers are not that great. The one lone bright spot they have is a tight end. You know, their defense isn't that bad, but I'm telling you, and they just missed the playoffs this year, and they ended at 14. So I'm telling you, they're gonna end up at around 14 or maybe even worse. So
okay, I'd be
what's
like,
up, Cisco?
In my opinion, I think it's going to be a mid to late pick, right? So what do you do with the 14th pick this year? And I'm going to tell you, I do like something that Africa.
I didn't, Frank.
You know what? It was time to move on if we're moving on from a 4-3 defense to a 3-4. And a 3-4 defense, a defensive end has to be able to take on a double team on a consistent basis. And in my opinion, Maxx is not a true defensive end in that aspect. He's more of a pass rusher, more of an outside linebacker in that scheme. So, you know, if we are moving to that scheme, I can see us making a difference. Now, I want to ask you guys this. What do you guys prioritize in the draft?
What's up, Chris?
We said, hey, you know, we know we're going number 1. We're going quarterback. 2, where do you go with that second first rounder? Do you go offensive line, BPA, defensive line? What are you guys thinking?
BPA. It's pretty simple for me. We have holes everywhere, so BPA. Whether it's an offensive lineman, whether it's a defensive lineman, whether it's a cornerback, whether it's a wide receiver or a linebacker, I don't care. And see you later, Geno Smith. Thank you. Goodbye.
Shout out to Geno Smith with the $2 super chat as he walks out the door for the Forever for Raider Nation. But he did leave a parting shot. At least I don't have to listen to Afakasi no more.
Deuces.
Yeah. Deuces, bitch.
And double salute to the guy who made the burner account just for that. How about that?
Yeah, I know who it is. It's not me. That's a good question. Crazy if you think they get. I'm telling you, I don't think they're going to be much better than where they are now. Not at all. They got a brand new head coach. Never had been a head coach before. You have no idea what type of offense Mint is going to run there. You know, does it fit Lamar Jackson? Does he? Who knows? There's so many uncertainties. And now they don't have a first round pick, so they can't even improve on anything in the first round. So, but they got Maxx.
And anything can happen. Anything can happen with any team.
True.
So,
true.
You know,
what's up, All Eyes?
Let's just wait and see how it all shakes out.
I don't know.
I agree with him.
I might do a mock just for the hell of it to see what happens, like what's there at 14, just to see what comes up.
Bro, there's a shitload of talent, and that's where I'm like, you know, there's so many things that you can do with it. I'd be like, that's where I'm like, I think you prioritize a defensive player, and I'll say this. I'm like, you already got rid of your leader on defense. You're picking your leader on offense, and it's just like Aprikasi said. That year that we drafted Derek Carr, Khalil Mack, it changed the organization. It brought 2 young leaders into the organization to be the face of the franchise. So I think if you bring in a defensive guy, it gives you that defensive leader and that defensive face of the franchise for the future.
And they weren't our leaders right from the rip. Khalil Mack was not.
No, correct. It had to grow into those roles.
Derek Carr earned that starting job with his performances in preseason, but it took him a few weeks to find his feet and develop that leadership role. So Let's go find our guys. Let's just get them.
So, Coach, I'm glad you're here, brother. Welcome in tonight. I knew you were going to be. Him and I have been, whether he's been in the chat on the shows I've been on, or we've been in the same chat on other shows. We both have been wanting this whole Max thing for the longest time. So I'm glad that it finally, it's here. It's done. It's over with. It'll be confirmed on Tuesday. We can move on, get past all the hype and all the bullshit with all the talk about Max. You know, here's a funny thing. Before I sat down here and fired this up tonight, I was sitting down out in the living room and I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what I think I'm going to do when I get off tonight? I was already going to have a description made. I was going to have a thumbnail made, and I was just going to save it for this weekend in case Max gets traded. And I'm going to jump on live as soon as that happens. I'll already have a thumbnail to put up. I'll already have the description put up. It's just a matter of putting it in the StreamYard, bang, hit go live and be off and running. I wasn't expecting this during the show that this was going to happen. I was only on for like 10 minutes and it happened. I was like, God damn, perfect timing. It's like, shit. Oh, we definitely got to go heavy linebacker. What's up, Devin? How's the little guy doing? He must have rated as heartbroken. Mad Max is forever rated. Much love, nation. Yeah, his little kid was... That's right. Forgot about that. Sorry, Raider. Poor little guy. You're gonna be bummed. Let's see. I did a mock in which I used Baltimore's 2 picks to get number 5 and picked up David Bailey. Yeah, I haven't listened to the voicemails yet. I listen to Will's, I should say, from Tuesday night. I do have another voicemail in there. What's up, Diesel? Let's see. If you draft Mendoza, got to invest in offense. Strongly believe 14's a wide. There's no way we're going wide receiver at number 14. Let's see. So he's got a question. Let me ask one question though. Outside of Brock Bowers and maybe Ashton Genty, what gives us any confidence that we'll even get a decent first round pick? How many have we had in 8 years? Name 5.
Colton Miller, Josh Jacobs. The guys you mentioned, Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers. That's 4.
In the past 8 years?
I mean, shit, just the last 3 years alone.
Like, you just hit 50%. Hitting 50% is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Right. But to that point though, like, look, like I get it. Like this, we've had some huge misses in the first round, which stand out like a sore thumb. Guys like Alex Leatherwood, Damon Arnett, friggin' Tyree Wilson so far, you know what I'm saying? But it's not just about what we do in the first round. It's also what we do with the rest of the draft. I mean,
yes.
Like, look at what we did last year. I mean, I know, Jeff, like you bring up the point that why did we draft Genty? Like you would have preferred we drafted a lineman and then get another running back later. Well, the way I see it is that, we got it right with Genty. It's what we did afterwards where we didn't get it right, and which is what's hurting us. Draft classes like 2022 or 2023 where we're pretty much hitting on nobody, and just 2023 is a good example of that. We had 9 picks, and who's the best of the bunch? We found no cornerstones of our team with 9 picks, and that's what hurts us in the long run, and led to one of many reasons why we struggled last year. Is that these kind of classes, they're 3-4 years deep, and what body of work have we gotten out of them? So it's not just about what we do in the first round. We draft Mendoza, and he's our starter and he's our quarterback, but we need 2 or 3 other starters too. It's like I said before, not just friggin' spot guys or rotational guys.
We need guys that are plug and play.
Especially, we need to find good starters.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro. How do you even follow that up? That's damn straight 100% fire. I'd be like, I love it, man. Like, we literally talk about it and we said, hey, what do you need to do? You can't just depend on your first round pick. You have to draft well in the first, the second, and the third round. Afrakasi just said it. That is where you get 3 starters. Every single year, Jeff, I look at our draft. And if you look at how many players are left over from our draft, it is a sad, sad thing to look at.
Yeah. Look at 2022, 2023. It is a sad, sorry state of affairs. These are guys who should have been 3-4 years deep. You know what I'm saying? And we should have found more cornerstones of our team. And most of these guys, not even on our roster, didn't do nada.
100%. So, and I can really see this. And when you go and you say, hey, well, we're going to build this team and it's just going to be built off first round draft picks. Look at the names that we just brought up. Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers. Name the other guys in those drafts.
Well, JPJ's still nice from the year we took.
But do you see what I mean? Like, for us to hesitate and be like, hey, man, we didn't get at least 3 starters out of there, at least 6 starters, 7 starters. You're like, hey, you start thinking about it for year after year after year. When you draft 1 through 3, how many of those guys are starters automatically on that squad? Usually, if you draft 1 through 3, those guys should be somewhat competitive and starting at any position, right? Guys are struggling, man, and we've struggled to draft well. And that's why it's hard to sell people on telling them that we traded a player that has already been validated and a cornerstone player for draft picks. Because we've seen this rodeo before, man. It's a dog and pony show. Hey, let's get hyped up. We draft some guy and we get Damon Arnett.
Yeah.
Clean Farrell. Abrams. Jonathan Joseph. Or
Tyree Wilson.
Tyree Wilson. I'll be like,
you meant Carl Joseph.
Oh, Carl Joseph. Yeah, my bad.
Hey, shout out real quick to Marcus Banks on the 8 months as a member of my my channel. I appreciate you, my guy. It says Raiders, let's make this trade a salary cap count. Absolutely.
Right.
Need to.
How do you think Max got done dirty though?
Wait. He said Max got done dirty?
Yeah,
that don't make no sense. He got paid. He got traded when he wanted to, and he got traded to a playoff contender.
Gabe Jackson was good from that draft.
Gabe Jackson, Justin Ellis. Yeah, I agree. Yep. It's part of my point as well. It's that 2014 class. We didn't just hit it out of the ballpark with our first round or our second round. We did find Gabe Jackson. We did find Justin Ellis. I believe that year we also found TJ Carey. There you go.
We still have Snowden. We the people. But that's what the draft's going to be for in free agency. That'll get addressed. Like I said, we just got to be patient. How many of the draft picks need to pan out this year? All of them? No, I look at it this way. When it comes to your draft picks, your first, second, third, those are first and second round usually are definite starters. Third should be possibly a starter or a heavy involved player. From your fourth rounders should be basically a rotational style player, someone that's going to have an impact on the team. Beyond that, they're pretty much going to be depth pieces if they even make the roster. That's the tricky part. But sometimes you find gems late in the draft. You know, I mean, shit, Max was a 4th round pick. Nobody expected
Renfro was a 5th, wasn't he?
4th or 5th, either way. No one has expected him to turn into what he did for us. You know, he was still a premier defensive end. He's still one of the best. I don't deny his talent at all. You know, he's still one of the best out there. Is he top?
We got out of Crosby out of what we wanted from Cleve Farrell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Into auto draft after the 3rd round.
Oh my god.
Well, let's also look at it like this, and trust me, I love Maxx Crosby. Once a Raider, always a Raider. I still love Maxx Crosby, even though he's not a Raider anymore. Like what he does with other teams, I don't care. But at the same time, like we were literally the worst team in the league last year with Maxx Crosby. So, you know, I know that's not a product of him. Like I know he was doing his best and he was still productive when he was on the field, but you know, we need better across the board. And if trading him away is going to lead us to that in the future, which hopefully it does, then I'm all for it. Like, now's the right time, as I said before. We got to think of the long-term future and turn the page into a new era and hopefully a successful era.
And fair radio, you're right too. It was definitely the coaching was part of the reason why that draft class was not as successful as it should have been. Guys weren't used right. They never got a full chance. Like Caleb Rogers didn't get into late in the season, and he should have been playing way sooner.
Which is why I pointed out 2022, 23, because I mean, I'm still underwhelmed by last year's draft class, but that was, it's still 1 year. They still have time. Was it more underwhelming than what would be ideal for me? Absolutely. But there's still guys there that can pan out. We're just going to have to wait and see who takes a sophomore jump, if anybody. But I wanted to highlight more so like 2022, 2023. These are classes where they're hitting their fourth and third years, and who did we get? What did we get out of them? That's what hurts you in the long run.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. I think this is where Dennison comes in as the offensive line coach. I think he's going to have a huge impact on those guys going forward. He's going to be able to fully assess their talent to the point where last year's coaches couldn't do jack shit with them, and it was just sad that they basically got abused. They never got a fair shot, So we went 3 games without Maxx in 2023 season. We had 5 sacks in total those 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. Well, maybe him not being here helps us win only 3 games this season and gives us another high pay. Told you, they get a pass this year. I don't care what they do for wins and losses. I just want to see a better product on the field. The players actually out there giving it their all, regardless of how many wins we have. Because I didn't see that last year. I saw it week 1, and that was pretty much about it. And even that game, we still could have lost that game. So let me do this. I want to bring, just for the hell of it, let's stop that. I'm going to bring this up. It's going to be tough because I think I'm only showing on the small screen. So just for the hell of it, so let's just run through and see what we get here.
Draft.
I just want to see what's going to be there at 14. So I'll take Mendoza, keep everybody happy, right? But first, I gotta you know what? I gotta restart this.
Man, and I wanted you to draft an offensive lineman to really throw a wrench in there.
I gotta take the Ravens too. Do it fast. All right. So, all right. So it gets to. Oh wow, they've already updated this, dude. They've already updated already we got the 14th on here. Holy crap. They didn't waste no time. Jesus. Oh, Sonny Styles went number 7, so no shot at that. All right, so at 14, this is what we're looking at as far as availability for best players available based on these rankings. So you got Peter Woods, defensive tackle from Clemson. You got McCoy, cornerback from Tennessee. You got Mekhi Lemon. You got the offensive tackle from Georgia, Freeling. You got the edge rusher and Keldrick Falk. You got a safety. You got Spencer Fano. Yeah, I mean, at this point, based on what's here, don't forget we still got pick 36 too. So
my thing is this, Jeff. Like, I'm for taking whoever's the BPA there. I'm with it, but free agency will change that. I mean, we could pick up the best wide receiver free agent. We could pick up the best offensive lineman free agent, or whoever's the best interior free agent. That's what's going to change.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what was going to be here at number 14 for us, because we've obviously got the pick of the litter at this point. We can take anybody we want. What's considered a reach at this point? What's considered, within range? Like the top linebackers, we could still get Jacob in the second round because there's a chance he's going to fall to 36 when we pick next. You know, edge rusher. These are the top two right now. Would be Kedrick Falk or Messidor. You know, even corner.
We take another edge higher. Just give us more than what we got out of Cleve Farrell and Tyree Mills, please.
Yeah, I don't know if Messidor would be the only one right away, but his medical issues and I don't know. I don't know what I would do there.
Can I ask you guys
we could even wait. Huh?
Can I ask you guys a question? Like you guys see that Kyler Murray's available, right? And I'd be like, does this make Kyler Murray an option for the Raiders as a quarterback coming this year? To be a fill-in? I'd be like, I know that Tom Brady says he doesn't like rookie quarterbacks starting. You lose a star player, you know, you're gonna like be reeling a little bit. You know, people are gonna be anxious. You bring in a Kyler Murray to steady the ship at least for 1 year and give Fernando Mendoza that time on the pine.
Look, I wouldn't.
Go ahead.
Do you want to answer first, Jeff?
No, go ahead. Go.
Look, we're going to bring in another vet, and if he can be better, more readily available than say if we do take Mendoza at number 1, then okay, cool. Like, I mean, if Murray is better than what we've had as our veteran presence in the door for the last couple of years, but I just want whoever starts is the guy who earns it in preseason. You know? Much like, again, I bring up 2014 when Matt Schaub was brought in to be the guy. Derek Carr wasn't supposed to start, but Derek Carr outplayed him and rightfully so deserved that starting job, and the rest was history. So if it's Kyler Murray, like for me personally, Kyler Murray is a name that intrigues me a hell of a lot more. I'm not saying he's all this and all that than every other veteran guy that we brought in the door for the last, 3-4 seasons since Derek Carr left out. So,
I mean,
regardless,
we have to bring a quarterback in because if Geno gets cut, we only have AOC 12 in the building. And then if we draft Mendoza, so we're going to have to pick up somebody once free agency kicks in next week. So regardless, we're going to have another veteran quarterback in here.
We will. I don't doubt we will.
We have to. We got no choice, you know? So that it's just a matter of which one we want to go with. You know, what fits the system best. Because obviously you got to bring a guy in that you know you can work into a system, whatever that system is going to be. Because we don't know what they're going to run. You know, we have no clue. Are they going to base everything using Mendoza's ability if that's who we're drafting? Or we're going to have to build the offense? You're going to have to build the offense. If the goal is to take Mendoza, you're going to have to build the offense so it's capable for him, but it also has to be capable for whatever quarterback we're going to bring in. So you need to bring in somebody that's kind of similar tendencies that he has, because you can't go into the start of the season with a veteran running one system with the entire offense, and all of a sudden now you're going to stop Mendoza at some point, and now you have to switch gears because you have to adapt for what Mendoza does best. You know, you have to be that. You have to choose between something that's going to align with both quarterbacks. So that means you're going to have to really think about what type of quarterback you're going to want to bring in here as a veteran too.
Where's Kirk Cousins at? Is he a free agent?
He'll be a free agent. And they're saying that he might be a possibility as well. You know, I'm just like, for me, like, and then he does have that familiarity with the Clint Kubiak offense. And honestly, Jeff, I think what they're going to run Clint Kubiak's offense, which is the West Coast offense. You know, you can run a little bit different variations of it. But honestly, I can really see a veteran coming in. And I know that Raider Nation doesn't want to hear it. They want to see Mendoza start from the beginning, go out there and try to tear it up. But I really do see us bringing in a veteran, man, and trying to steady the ship at least for 1 year. And that's why I agree with you, Jeff, that it's this year they get a pass. This year, they're really just building. They're finding out what they got. Kubiak's learning how to coach, things like that.
I only want Mendoza to start if, like I said, if in preseason he outplays our veteran quarterback, and if AOC is still on our roster, haven't forgotten about him. So if he outplays them and he shows that he's more ready than those guys, then I have no problem with him starting year one. If he struggles, okay, whatever. Like, year one, like, we expect that until proven otherwise. Like, just give him a chance to, learn from it and grow.
Absolutely.
I went back into it and restarted it because it already had us picking at number 14. I didn't have to do the Ravens one.
I got about 5 minutes, Jeff. Then I gotta get on.
Okay. So at 14 now, these are what's available. Lemo, the offensive tackle from Utah, defensive tackle Woods, Lemon again.
I wonder if that Caleb Lomu is any relation to Jonah Lomu. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jonah Lomu.
Oh, I don't know.
No, haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, he's the Michael Jordan of rugby union.
Really?
Probably one of the greatest rugby players to ever take the game.
Yeah, we have no shot at the other guys. Detroit moved up to take Ruben Bain, actually. I mean, at this point, I would probably take the tackle. So that would be the first 2 picks. And then with this one, this works out good. McDonald, I like him. I only did 3 rounds on this. So let's see. What do we got here? Oh, Halsey. That's a good one, actually. And that's it. That's the end. So that's what we would have just based on this with those first 2 picks would be offensive tackle plus Mendoza. And he would still have McDonald and Halsey, so you take care of 2 defensive positions too at that point. Better than nothing, But that can all be played around with. But again, like you said, until free agency kicks in, there's no telling.
Yeah.
So
I got a stat for you, Jeff, because I know the other day I was listening to you live. You're upset that at the time we didn't have a shot in your eyes at taking any of the offensive linemen that are touted to go in the first round from what you saw in the combine. But let me give you a bit of perspective on that. You know how many offensive linemen we've taken in the last 4 seasons in the first 3 rounds? 4 or 5 seasons? 6.
In the first up to 4?
6.
Yeah, we took 4 in the last 2 years too.
Yeah, 4 in the last 2 years. So it's not like
who
we have
the other ones.
Right. So Dylan Parham, Colton Miller was 2018. If you go further, Alex Leatherwood. So Alex Leatherwood, Dylan Parham, JPJ, DJ Glaze, Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant, and then if you want to go further than that, Colton Miller and Brendan Parker. So it is an area that we have been trying to attack to mix results. Probably leaning more towards the
bad,
not quite where we want it to be. I mean, I like what we look. If you go further, I like what we got out of Colton Miller. Like that was we hit it out of the ballpark with him. JPJ is a guy I like. And you know what? As much as DJ Glaze gets a lot of flack, like he's a guy I still believe in.
Agreed.
I think it was more of a product of bad coaching. Him and JPJ and every offensive lineman last year, it was inexcusable how they all regressed, especially those second-year guys when they showed so much promise in the first year. And I think on Success sent me a super chat.
Yeah, he did. So $5 super chat from on 6. Hey, I keep having nightmares about this guy named Bush Raider. I'm scared to go out or do anything. And new recommendations help.
Bush Raider, huh?
Oh, don't even get me started.
It's our thing. What's up, on 6? Thanks, brother. I appreciate you with that $5 super chat, my
Nightmare. It's an inside joke.
Yeah. What's up, Neil? Who's taking the QB position?
Hopefully
Don't
Mendoza,
know.
but we'll see. Like I said, like we'll see what veteran presence we bring in, and we'll see what they do in preseason. If Mendoza's not ready, and the veteran presence seems to be the better option for the now, then I'd be okay with it. Let Mendoza sit and learn it behind him or whoever it is initially, and then when he's ready, get him out there.
Man, I'm with them. At this point, fuck, man. Let's just get out there somebody that's going to win, that's going to win it out, that's going to go compete. Let's not just sit here and say this guy's going to be the quarterback for the team next year. I'm like, you can't just give away a position. And that's the one thing I hope they don't do. I hope that the Raiders don't just put all their eggs in one basket and say, hey, Fernando Mendoza is going to be the solution. Because I'm telling you, I'm like, we got to turn every stone. We got to make sure that we find the right guy. And bringing in Kyler Murray, and people are going to say, oh, he might have a bad attitude. He has this. How do you know? You don't know.
No.
So bring in whoever. Let's make sure that we bring in guys that can compete and make this team better. At this point, that's all we can do is bring guys in that can compete.
But to Jeff's point as well, when you bring up that there's a heavy weight of expectation, if you take a quarterback first pick specifically, I totally agree with that. Like, I'm not asking him to be the total solution right from the rip, but there's going to come a point in time where you need to be part of the bigger solution in time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen straight away, then okay, I'm willing to give him time and a chance. But there is, to your point, Jeff, again, there is that expectation that in time, hopefully not too long a time, you need to be the face of the franchise and lead us to this and be a big reason why we get to the level of success that we're hoping we get to. Maybe if it can happen straight away, then fantastic. Hallelujah, right? But, realistically, like you have to look at next year and the year after that. But, I'm going to stand on what I've been saying the whole time this offseason. Like, the time is right. The time is now. I'm not waiting any longer. I'm not waiting till next year. We keep saying that. We are in range to take the top quarterback in this year's class. And a guy I believe in, maybe you guys don't believe in him as much as what I do, but that's just how I feel. He's a good kid. He can throw, he can pass, he can run if he need be. He's led his team to success, and he's made the plays that count when it counts. So I'm all aboard the Mendoza train. Let's build around him, get it right across the board, and we can be where we want to be in time.
I'll tell you, last night, after having real quick, James Ripper, it would be for the minimum too for Murray, because he's being cut by Arizona. He'd still be getting their pay from them, so he would come in on the cheap. Sort of like what happened with Russell Wilson a few years ago, where the Jets got him for was it the Jets or the Giants? They only paid him like $1 million. Well, it was Pittsburgh. One of them, I forget. They only paid him like $1 million for the year. That's all he needed to do because he was still getting paid that huge contract. So we could get Murray for a real dirt cheap. But having 805 on the show last night with Nate and I, and he really went a little bit more in depth on, what his take is on Mendoza and why he doesn't think he's ready. He actually thinks Ty Simpson is more NFL ready than Mendoza is.
What?
He said, if I'm taking a quarterback out of this draft, I'm taking Ty Simpson.
Wow.
I'm not taking Mendoza. Ty Simpson shows more flashes of NFL ready style than Mendoza does, because Mendoza is dependent on one type of play style, and that's an RPO. And that's one of his biggest problems. But the way he laid it out last night made total sense. And man, the chat was on him last night. Oh my God, claws are out.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see who's right?
Yeah, and that's why when you're drafted as the number 1 overall pick, regardless of position, to be honest with you, but especially at quarterback, your expectations are up high. They're up here. And that's the goal you're looking for this guy to have the potential going forward, is to be up here as the top dog. You should be winning on a consistent basis within the first 2 or 3 years. I don't expect much from year one, even partway through year two. But beyond that, his expectation is to be up here. But if his playing ability is only down here, then that's a wasted pick. That's the downside to it. If the guy's not ready, he's not ready. Or if he's not going to be good, he's not going to be good. But
we're never going to know unless we take a damn shot. And I'm tired of waiting. Ooh. I am not waiting any longer.
One more year.
No, not doing it.
One more year.
I am not doing it. No. Nope. No more. One next year. We're banking on that we're going to be shit this year so we can be arranged to take somebody who's worth a damn next season. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done. Take the damn shot. Let them do what they make.
That horn is weak. Horn's weak.
Thanks for having me on, Jeff.
I love it. I love it.
Catch up with you next week, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
Look, and he hit the nail on the head, man. Not waiting. People are so tired. We keep saying, we got to wait for the right time to get it.
I know it gets him worked up. I only say that when he's on with me.
No, but he's right. And I get it what people are saying. We keep saying we need a franchise guy. This is the first time Raider Nation feels like we can get the quarterback, the guy that we can lead into the future. And for the first time, we're in the driver's seat. It's been a long time.
And we're in range to take someone who's worthy of that pick. How many years in recent history, well, more specifically when Carr's been, we moved on from Carr. Okay, what was the plan? Every first round pick that we had since him, we were not in range to take someone who's worthy or worth a damn. Exactly. And that was the problem as well before Carr as well. Like we were either like not in range or just no one was there. We're finally at a point where we can take someone who's worthy of that pick, and we're going to pass on that again and wait till next season to be hopefully be in range. Fuck that. No fucking way. I'm done. Done waiting. That's it.
No, I agree with him because look at it. They're going to say, next year's draft is going to be Next year's quarterback.
Next year. Just get our guy this season. All right, I'm done. See you.
Later, brother.
Pumped up, baby. He is juiced. Hey, I love it. But I mean, and I get that. I get that passion, Jeff.
Oh, I am not all for Arch Manning. I don't trust that kid. Besides, I don't see the Arch family, the Manning family, even let him go. Like he said it. Because the same way fans drooling over Shador, they're going to drool all over Arch Manning. I have no ambition to get him. And see, Nate says it too. Next year is way better. There's a huge class of QBs in next year's group.
But Jeff,
this year you've only really got 2.
What did we hear last year? Last year. Next year's QB class is going to be better.
Yeah, and because of NIL, some of these guys went back and stayed another year.
Exactly. And because
these other guys are already at their max. They're coming out next year. You're gonna have more coming out. You're going to have Chambliss coming out, along with everybody else that's already scheduled to come out next season. Those 2 guys would have been out this year, but they stayed for one more season. So they're all guaranteed to come out next year. There's going to be like 5 or 6 supposedly next year that are going to be worthy of it. And we're going to be picking in the same space. And here's the thing. If we've got Baltimore's first rounder plus our own, we could move right into the number 1 spot and take the top dog overall next year.
You can. You can make a move like that. But then, so if you make a move like that, that's the tough part. That means you missed this year. That means you completely whipped on your first round draft pick.
What's up, Manuel? I know he doesn't want, because he was in the channel last night too. I know he's not up on he wants Ty himself.
And there's a lot of people that want Ty Simpson. And I can agree with Nate to a certain extent. We by the same time that we pigeonhole Mendoza because he was in an RPO system, because that's what he was in, it doesn't mean that he can't read the field. It means that he was in a specific style system that has specific reads. Yes, I get it. West Coast.
Yeah, but the way 805 breaks it down, he can't read. He has a hard time reading the field is the problem, because he's reading short vision. He's not reading the full field is the problem.
He's not reading the full field. He's reading certain.
That's an issue.
But
That's a definite issue.
Let's
How
say
is
it
that
like
not
this,
an issue?
Jeff, here's the thing. He did what the offense required him to do. Just because we didn't see it on tape at Indiana doesn't mean that he can't do it. Did you see what I mean? I mean, like what I'm saying is this.
I get what you're saying, but we'll see.
Yeah, and
Bueno, stop being mad because you're named after a damn candy bar.
What the fuck?
What's up, Trav?
Damn. Bill Musgrave told the team Mendoza's different. I believe him, and you know what, Ja, I believe you. I love Bill Musgrave. Bill Musgrave is here from this local town, and all the coaches here have a big admiration to him. I'm like, bro, the guy is a fucking legend. He knows quarterbacks better than anybody I've ever known.
Nate just named a bunch of them. Hey, he's more Maivea, Chambliss, and Archulone is better than this QB class. Correct. And two of those guys you just named should have come out in this year, and they didn't. And I'll tell you right now, I think Moore would have been ahead of Mendoza, to be honest with you.
So is he saying that Maivea and Arch won't return?
Not first. I would still take Chambliss as our quarterback later in the first round. Maybe second round. Better than I just like his style. I think it would suit so much better than fucking Mendoza. But what do I know? I'm an idiot.
And here's the thing, and we can say this amongst ourselves, right, Jeff? But what really depends is what Kubiak thinks.
What's up, Jason?
You know, if Kubiak thinks that Mendoza's the guy, he's the guy.
14 hole, yeah. Because it's still an option. Hey, the fact that they unloaded Maxx Crosby tells me that anything is possible. So there's still a possibility we could trade that first.
Correct.
Yes. Anything can happen. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it happens, then I'm here for the show to see what happens. So.
No, I agree with you, Jeff.
This channel is going to be an Angel channel page real quick if this regime don't work out. Nate's going to move on to baseball instead of doing Raider football.
Wow.
I'm going to need a new co-host on Thursday nights. And no, there's not a lot of people who want Ty Simpson and only a small few. I didn't say a lot of people wanted him. I said there are people that wanted him. I'd rather have the Carter trade, to be honest. Yeah, but Trav, the thing is, I was mistaken. I thought it was 2 first rounders, but it's a 3rd rounder and a 1st rounder plus Jalen Carter. This way here, we're getting number 14 overall this year and whatever they're going to get next year. I think this is better, to be honest with you. I'd rather have the higher draft pick this year. Yeah. Let's see. Let me get through this. Yeah, Chambliss went back and so did Moore.
Yep.
Bill Musgrave recruited Mendoza at Cal. He had Gary Kubiak playbook since 2014. Vikings hire Musgrave. He ran the same scheme as Kubiak. He was scoring so much in 2016, Carr admitted on this podcast.
He was the reason, probably.
The package was a 1st and 3rd for Carter. Yeah. I had been saying tonight on the show that it was 2 first rounds, a 1st this year, 1st next year. And then somebody corrected me. I said, no, it was a 1st this year and a 3rd rounder plus Carter. I don't know. It's just my take. You have your take on players. I have my take on players. I just say that. That's all. I have no validity to it. I just made a statement.
Yeah, man.
Just like, my shirt's blue, it's not black. That's what I see in my eyes.
In the words of my boy Money Chuck, hey, we're just fans like you are, bro.
Nate, which deal? You'd rather have the Eagles deal? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the whole Carter aspect of it, but I still like the 14th pick. Yeah, and your candy bar is horrible too, so stop selling it. Yeah, Rob Lennon threw his TV out the window. He's like, great, I'm a first defensive coordinator, and you take my top guy away from me. Fuck you.
Dude, hey, I can relate to that, bro. I can definitely feel that.
I can't disagree, I guess, with that. But
Man, why doesn't Nate jump on? Nate, why aren't you jumping on? This is caliente news.
did he ask? Let me see. I didn't.
Money Chuck, I did not say that a lot of people wanted Ty Simpson over Mendoza. Holy cow.
What was that?
Jaw Raider says, I'll be honest. Here, if we trade back, you damn right I'll be glad for a reason. If we get 2, 16, 33, and next year's first, trade 14, the car. Holy, yeah, bro, I can't hate on that. And this is why trading back, one spot, things like that, it can be a possibility. Bro, that's a haul.
I hadn't even looked at all the aspects of what we could do with this. I was probably going to play around for a little bit after I get out of here tonight and see what type of damage we could really put together for the hell of it. Nate's in the bathtub in the fetal position. Why? He's
that's messed up.
What's up, Nate?
He said, "Answer my call."
Did you?
Was he calling in?
When did you
Dude,
call
we're getting
me?
alive? That's dope. That's to the bat phone.
Oh, that call. Never mind. Duh. I didn't open the phone lines. So real quick, let's let's play this voicemail first.
Hey Jeff, this is Chris R, Raiders fan. I was on Jay Downs' show the other night, and now with Max gone, this might be the move that we need to maybe jump up to get Ruben Bain. I know I made that crazy take on his show. It hurts seeing Max go. He gave it our all. We wish him the best of luck. But now with that extra first-round pick, this could be the move for us to get someone like Ruben Bain or Sonny Styles. So, hope you're doing well, man. Take it easy.
All right, I opened the phone line. Go ahead, Nate. Try it now.
And I love that guy, but we definitely ain't getting no Ruben Bain at 14 or Sonny Styles at 14.
No, it's the way he was figuring it. Like he's got a whole plan to it.
The bat phone.
You're on No Huddle with Jeff. State your name.
Hello, sir. It's Nate.
Hey, what's up?
Okay.
What's up,
So
Steve?
I just want to get this straight. It was a first, a third, and Jalen Carter for Maxx Crosby.
That's what I was told. Yes, I was corrected supposedly earlier in the show.
Why was that not accepted immediately? That trade looks a lot better than 14 and possibly 28, 29 next year.
I can't answer. I don't know. I do know that one had a deadline of Monday morning, so they were only giving us until Monday morning.
And I feel like this was offered yesterday. Most of these offers came in yesterday.
Between yesterday and earlier today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We had time to kind of mull things over. I understand not accepting the Cowboys trade. Like the Cowboys first and second. Okay, obviously the Ravens deal was way better. 2 firsts, I get that. But if you get Jalen Carter in return, especially when we need a nose tackle, especially when we're moving to a 4-3 or 3-4, Like, and we've been saying this whole time that we need a defensive tackle up front. Jalen Carter is the best defensive tackle in football. Like, that just makes sense to me. I don't know what you guys think, but
Jeff, do you want to go first?
He's not going to hear you, Will. But if you want
to, hold on, I'm listening to Will right now. Hold on.
All right. You absolutely right, Nate. We were talking about it, baby. That's why I said I think Johnny Spytek was sipping on the scissor. You know, he must have had a misdial. You know, literally looking at it and saying, "Hey, man, this deal was too good to pass up. A Pro Bowler like Jalen Carter, a first-round draft pick.
Oh, hold on.
I don't care if it's a third rounder." The thing is with me, when you get 2 first rounders, you get 2 unproven guys, 2 guys that you're just taking a shot on. Jalen Carter is an absolute hit. So why didn't we take that? That is a big question. Was it even available? All questions that we're asking ourselves, man.
Maybe they wanted that 14th pick. That's my thinking. They wanted that earlier pick because they've got other plans. You know, I don't know. You know, are they going to take that? Are they going to take that number 14 and our second rounder and move up even more into the first round? I mean, it's so many different options. It's up to Troy.
My other big question is, why do we hire Rob Leonard as a defensive coordinator if we're not trying to appease Maxx Crosby?
Yeah, right. We kind of handcuffed him.
That doesn't make any sense. Why not just wait or come to an agreement prior to hiring a defensive coordinator that we want to trade, we want to move on. But instead, we hire the guy that he would want, and we hire a guy that we know they wanted to work with each other in the future. Well, they thought this year, and now it's just kind of, we're stuck with Rob Leonard at DC.
Hey, you ain't lying. I'd be like, it's like we're gonna sit there and be like, hey, we hired this guy for you, Max. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna take care of that, and then we're gonna trade you next week.
Well, that was what everybody was saying. You know, they probably hired Leonard to make Max happy, and then, hey, Max, you're going to Baltimore. Ah, fuck.
It doesn't make any sense. This is where I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? But at the same time, I'm like, let me ask you guys this. Is this a product of the Brady regime? Or is this is because Alex Guerrero is his guy? And what's crazy to me is, like, again, everybody graded this guy an A.
Nate, I got another call coming in.
But it's pretty wild, man. I agree with Nate.
I just want to come on here around a little bit. I appreciate you taking a call, though.
Hey, no problem, man.
You should jump on live. The world famous LV Raider 10 in the building, baby. All right, who we got? Who we got calling?
You're on No Huddle with Jeff. State your name and what team you're at.
This is Bakes. No, hey man, I'm a Raider fan, brother, but I was just calling in because I kept hearing you guys talk about Jalen Carter, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. Do you imagine what would happen if someone like him were to be on the Raiders? It would not be a good thing. Not just because he's a DT. First of all, he's not an edge like that. I mean, that's cool to block the middle, but he has off the field issues, and not only that, but this guy's got like a temper tantrum. Obviously, if he's like getting suspended for spitting on Dak, you know what I mean, and getting fined $57,000 for that, you know, week one, not, you know, the first game of it's just, I don't see someone like that doing well in Las Vegas, where you pretty much feel like you have to get a felony or like get, you know, arrested to be a Raider. This guy's pretty much already kind of like that, but we don't need that, man. We need someone who's going to be clean, someone who's going to do it right, someone like Mendoza. So to be honest, I just wanted to say that I don't feel like Jalen Carter would have been a good decision, and maybe that's the reason why they passed up on him, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
And you know what? You're kind of right, because I did you know, I knew of his past history with, you know, on-field issues, not so much the off-field stuff. So I mean, that does make sense. I do get you with that. Yeah, I mean, the only good thing is we could put him at nose, which is what we're going to be needing right now. So I mean, he could have filled that void. So as far as the position he played, that'd be fine. It's not like we were going to get a swap position for position. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, do you want a guy that could possibly get fined and suspended for a couple of games at that point? Now what's that worth? You know,
I mean, the dude didn't even almost get. I mean, he almost didn't even get drafted because of that 2023 car crash, and he killed his teammate. You know what I mean? Like he was racing or whatever, reckless driving. Like this is Las Vegas. Look what freaking happened to Ruggs. You know, like this guy's probably would have done something really stupid. And to be honest, I'm glad that he didn't join us, because for his sake at least.
And
I mean, I get it. Go ahead, Will.
I can agree to a certain extent.
Have a great day. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Yes, sir.
So I can agree with a certain extent that if he is a locker room problem, if he has continued.
See, I don't think he was a locker room problem, though. His was his
off the field issue,
antics. Yes,
you know. So, like, if you talk about, because he started talking about his off the field, yes, it happened. Before he got drafted, he had an issue, but I haven't heard anything off the field since then. His on the field antics you can handle with a strong coach, but the thing is this, right? Tell me what defensive lineman ain't had a little nasty in him. Tell me Lawrence Taylor didn't have a little nasty in him.
Yeah, and again, though, you got to remember that was a different era. Players didn't get fined, and you know, players get fined for having their socks 2 inches too low. You know, having a towel hanging out the side of their ass, and you know,
the wrong jersey.
Oh, you're wearing pink cleats today. You can't do that shit. You know, no. I mean, 30 years ago, oh hell yeah, you could do whatever the hell you wanted. I mean, Jesus Christ, you had a guy that used to puke on people. You had a guy that pissed his pants to get people grossed out. You had Bill Romanowski spitting on people. I mean, it's happened before, you know, and it wasn't as big of a deal. You know, now it's a bigger deal because there's more cameras out, there's more people catching this stuff, and now it's all the PC bullshit and everything else goes with it. There's more rules in the games now, you know, in the game. So yeah, it's the petty bullshit is ridiculous sometimes, you know. So
absolutely,
I mean, I get it. Hey, what are you gonna do?
I'd be like, and that's the thing. You're always gonna have something with the player, right? Nobody's perfect, but at the end of the day, what we're looking for is, does this guy make the difference on the field? Jeff, you addressed the situation. We don't have a defensive tackle.
No,
we don't have a true nose. So bringing in Jalen Carter answers that question. Hey, now we have two holes on defense. Nose tackle, edge rusher, linebacker. I'd be like, now we have holes everywhere. So it's time to fill, man. I mean, like, we got to get players that can help fill those gaps and excel in those positions. We ain't got nobody. That's sad. Jeff, I want you to tell me what defensive player we have right now that you can say, hey, we can hang our hat on.
When you say hang our hat on, what are you referring to?
Who's going to be the leader of the defense? Who's going to be our bull in the ring that you see taking over this
absolutely
team?
Nobody right now. There's nobody on this roster right now, not on defense. That remains to be seen. That's either going to show up through free agency or it's going to show up in the draft. It sure as hell ain't Tyree. Is Butler a leader? I don't know. Maybe not. I doubt it. A linebacker. See, if Spillane was still here, then I would say probably him. Okay. Stokes, we still got to re-sign him, so you can't even go with him. You know, is it Jeremy Chin? Who knows? It's definitely not Palomao. It's not Sky Blue Kelly. It's not Kuntz. He's a free agent anyway. It's not Jonah Lalau. It's not Laki Tassi. It's not any of these guys that are currently on this roster. There's nobody on that defense that's a holdover from last year that I could sit there and say, you're the leader of the defense right now. There's just nobody. I just don't see it. You know, it's not there. It doesn't exist. Because if you look at this defense right now, right? So I'm just going to go to the depth chart, and we're just going to look at the names that are in here on defense. So Crosby was that guy, you know. Let's see. Kuntz, nope. No. There might be only one outside of maybe Butler that I think. So you would hope somebody like Tyree would have been better by now, that he could be that guy.
Yep.
I would probably have to say, if you're looking for a leader on that defense right now, it's Butler and maybe Booker. Because Booker's got the experience and the years in the game and everything. He's an older player versus some of the other ones, so he may be the one.
And Booker just came from the Eagles last year.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he wasn't even here for a full season with us. You know, he came in part of the way through the season. Other than that, I don't see anybody else. You know, now you go to the offense. Who's our leader on offense? You would like to think it's Colton Miller, but he's very silent. He doesn't say a lot. I don't know how he is in the locker room or on the field in the huddles. JPJ could be that guy very easily. Bowers is very reserved. I don't see him being that guy either. You know,
Genty is reserved.
Yeah. Yep. You know, none of the other linemen strike me as that type of guy. You know, there's just nobody. There really isn't. You know, if you look at the offense right now, in all honesty, because Aiden O'Connell is the only quarterback that's still on that's going to still be on this roster. AOC would be, basically would be the leader. If they were to go out there and have to stop playing right in this moment, he's the guy. He's the guy that would have to go out there and lead that offense. I can't see anybody on the defense that I would say is now going to take over the leadership role. Absolutely not. There's not enough guys that have enough experience other than Butler. I'm not saying that's a bad thing in Butler, but does he have the maturity level? Does he do enough to actually gain that respect to be that guy? I don't know.
I'll put it like this. Is he a guy that an offensive coordinator is circling and saying, I have to game plan for this guy? You know, and that's what Maxx Crosby was. He was the guy
there's
that
nobody
was
on this roster right now with Maxx, or let's just take Maxx out of the equation already. What's on this roster right now for the front? There's nobody on there that would scare another offensive coordinator. Absolutely not. No way. Nope. Nobody's going to keep me up at night. That could change with free agency and especially the draft. You know, I mean, Mendoza can't play defense, unfortunately. That'd be great. You know,
I agree. We have to get game changers, man. We have to get guys that are going to make a difference.
You need a face on that defense right now is what you need. You need somebody that's going to come in and take the reins and be that top dog. And we just don't have that right now.
Agreed.
You know? Could it be Lloyd from Jacksonville? Who knows? It's possible. You know, until Tuesday comes and we start doing what we do in free agency and news starts dropping, it's all up in the air, man. Real quick, everybody, the phone lines are open, 401-830-9189. If you want to call in, call in. Probably going to stay on for a few more minutes after that. Probably no later than 11:30. I'm not staying on past 11:30.
You heard?
2.5 hours is enough. Oh, and phone rings. You're on No Huddle with Jeff. What's your name and state your team?
Shopkeep.
Money Chuck. Hello.
Hello.
Yo, who's this?
Shopkeep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, barely.
Oh,
It's weird.
who is this? Chuck?
It's Shopkey, man.
Shop key.
Oh, Shop Key.
Talk to you in chat.
Oh, what's up, man?
Key.
Shop
Shop
Key. What's
Key.
going on, man?
Yeah, well, am I phone in the show or what's? I can't hear Jeff.
Can't hear me. Will, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Oh, is that
Can-
you, Jeff?
It's me talking.
Anyway.
No, this
Yeah,
is
I'm
Jack.
sorry.
Will, you won't hear Will.
Okay. Okay. How are you, fellas, man? What a day.
Good. Yes.
This is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So you've been looking at the draft a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the combine? Like,
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
of it?
I was live on. I watched all of them, all
Okay.
position groups, but I was on live during the Saturday and the Sunday, especially the Sunday one. That's the one I really like to watch. The offensive lineman.
I mean, it kind of blew my mind. Like there were
There's
so many studs.
Yeah,
Like-
there's a lot of talent in this group for sure.
I keep hearing everybody in the chat and you guys tonight talking like, oh, we got to get another Brock Bowers or we got to land a Genty, that kind of thing. I completely disagree. I think we need to trade this 14th pick away
Ooh.
and work on getting more second, third, and fourths. It's so deep. This combine, this draft is out of control deep. Like,
Yeah.
you can get a defensive end who'd had 12 sacks in like the fourth round, third, fourth round.
Which is why I've been such a big pusher for not taking that quarterback, moving out of that first pick,
Yeah.
you know, and gaining additional picks so we can get the defensive help that we're going to need. Especially we're going to need it now that Max is gone, you know.
So that's a good
there's so
topic, Jeff.
much.
That's a
There's
really
so-
good topic.
There's so much we can do.
I mean, wouldn't it be such a Jets thing to do to offer all their shit this year and next year
Yeah.
to move up one spot? Like literally, I don't ever remember there being a draft where there was literally no other quarterbacks in consideration other than the number one.
Yep. I agree.
Like
I can't.
these guys got to be asking themselves in their boardrooms, like, hey, well, what would you pay for Josh Allen? Sure, let's do a full-on Ricky Williams trade with Vegas. Imagine.
Oh my God, yeah. I did a mock draft the other night, and I basically was able to fleece. Oh shit, who was it? I did save it. I mean, who the hell was it? Because I got everything from them.
Yeah.
I got
Makes sense.
every single pick in this current draft. Where is it? I think it was this one
Arizona.
here. Yeah, it was Arizona. So
Oh yeah.
I got every single pick in the 2026 draft, and I got all their 2027 draft. I got their first through fifth and 27.
Yeah.
I traded out of number 1, then I moved back again to number 16 and gained even more picks.
Oh my God.
And my roster was the offensive tackle from Georgia, Freeling. Then I got McDonald from Ohio State, CJ Allen, Denzel Boston, Rutledge, the offensive guard. I got Big Citrus there from Iowa State, Dominique Orange. I ended up with Keelan Black. Carson Beck is a quarterback at 144. I mean, I
why
still
not?
brought in a shit ton of players, but I also have now multiple draft picks in the 2027 draft. I mean, I fleeced them. I was just trying to see what I could do. It was freaking hilarious how it worked out. I'm like, my God, they offered me everything. I'm like, yeah, no brainer. Bang, one's yours. I'll take it.
Sold. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, that's beautiful. Like I've had lots of mock drafts this
Yeah.
year. That's my thing. I love it. And
Hey, what's up, Will?
and I've
Hold on, Will wants to say something.
Yeah. Hey, ask him
Yeah.
what would he take for the 14th pick? What is he looking for? If he's looking
What
to
would
trade
you actually
back,
take for the 14th pick? What would your consideration be?
let me have a look here.
because he was
Who's
really
up?
broad with it, I'd be like, hey, give me
14th pick?
specific. Yeah. If
Yeah.
he's trading back and
Yeah,
getting
the
second,
pick you're
third,
gonna The 14th, which is what we're going to get from Baltimore.
Understood. So that's before. That's only 2 before the Jets. So you could probably, if Ty Simpson's not gone yet, you could probably get somebody like the Steelers, their first rounder, which is 21st overall, and their second for the 53. And probably, what else do they got? I think they got like a 99. So you probably get like 3 out of the fleece the Steelers. And then all of a sudden you've got, I mean, look where you can go with all that. Like there's all kinds of stuff in that range.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
I see what you're thinking.
And I can agree with that. He said,
and then
one.
When the 21st comes up, if your guy
3.
isn't there, well, roll somewhere. I think more. What's his name? Freeling should be somewhere in there. Freeling's like.
I mean, the big
I don't
thing
know.
everybody. I know the big thing everybody in Raider Nation's looking for us to do in the second round is get Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker.
Yeah, me too. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's very special.
I mean, from what I saw at the combine, the kid looks amazing.
Yeah, and here's the thing that's kind of annoying me. There's all this spotlight on Caleb Downs, Sony Styles, and what's this other kid's name here? Arvell Reese, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what did Sony? Where's Sony Styles on this list here?
Dude, he's a freak.
He had 1 sack,
combine,
1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 83 tackles. I see nothing special statistically from that. So
who is
if
this?
you're that good, Sony Styles. You guys are all like, oh, he won't be available. He's going to go at 7. I don't want him at 7. What do you mean? He's got 1 sack. He played for Ohio State.
Yeah,
and he has those measurables. You remember Shamar Stewart last year? He went to the Bengals. His measurables were real close to what Sony's is, and he did nothing.
Well, it also depends on what type of defense they ran. I mean, what was his what did he? Because I think he's a better cover is the thing. He's a cover linebacker, if I'm not mistaken.
That's exactly what.
So what does it say for like interceptions, pass deflections, anything along that line? Tackles. Where does he rank with that? Like, what's his numbers there?
I don't see that. All I see is sacks, forced fumbles, and tackles. 83 tackles. 83 tackles is respectable. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, it is.
In my world, I'm looking for sacks.
Well, not from your linebacker.
Not from linebackers.
We're going to be at 3-4, so those linebackers are going to be primarily for coverage. And sealing, and securing the run after the, if they get through the front line. So you're not going to see sacks out of it. You're going to see sacks out of your defensive ends. You're not going to see it out of your nose tackle, because that was the show I was watching last night. Somebody was complaining about how nose tackle. No, it was today. It was on Wasted's channel actually. One guy was saying, that so-and-so nose tackle, he only got, no, he was talking about Jalen Carter. He only got 13 sacks or something in his career. And they're like, he's a run stopper. Your nose tackle or whoever it was, I forget what the play was that they were talking about. But the nose tackle's not going to be getting sacks. He's there to stop the run and plug up those gaps off the sides of the center. That's what he's there for. That's his job. His job isn't to rush the quarterback. His job is to be a run stopper. If he gets in on the quarterback, that's great. That's beautiful. That's a bonus. So if he gets 13 sacks in 3 seasons, that's great. What the hell? He's like, well, Aaron Donald did that in 1 year. I'm like, well, now you're comparing him to Aaron Donald. You can't compare anybody to Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is in a league of his own when he played. Sorry. You're comparing him to the wrong freaking guy.
Yeah, true story. I don't know, man. So like Rodriguez, for example, you got 7 forced fumbles. You got a bunch of picks too.
Have you watched game film on him? The way he does that with the forced fumbles, it's insane. It's absolutely insane how much he punches the ball out. It's incredible.
So
and how
I've noticed
at it too.
Oh, it's incredible. It's special, right? Like you notice. Okay, so when you're watching game footage of all these dudes, right? In my mind, I'm looking at this guy and what we just talked about. I'm thinking he has 2 different brains working. One brain is his mischievous brain who wants this fumble. And that's talking to his other brain that's working in real time in the game. You know what I mean? And he's just hustling, and his other brain takes over when it's time and says, punch it out, you know, and it's beautiful to watch. Like but it's this really symbiotic, like, man, I don't know what it is. We got the going on, but it's just neat to see that. Hey, like, wow, it's very special. But,
are you Canadian?
To see that, but it's guys like that. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah,
here in Canada. Yeah.
I just heard that.
Oh, you know am I doing A?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a little A in there.
It's got to be Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be a part of the 51st state. Welcome aboard.
Oh God, I hope so. That'd be great.
See, nasty, you know, and that's so funny because you got people in America that say, nah, they don't want to be part of it. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I know a lot of people that are Canadians and they're all for it as far as I've heard. So stop speaking for people that don't live in your country.
If you look at the middle of Canada and you look all the way to the left, it's all the provinces on the left that make majority of the resources happen. And the people on the right side of the country, they mostly live in like Toronto, and they don't bring much to the table. And that's kind of, and so we get overtaxed from it. Like it's like we're sending anyway. It doesn't matter. That's a goofy. That's not Raiders talk, man. But yeah, man, I got to run. But very nice to talk to you, Jeff.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Looking sharp today, man.
Night, on Saturday nights, we do. Tonight turned into be a Raider show because of the news with Maxx breaking, which is understandable. Because normally on Friday nights, I talk about, you know, I get fans on that from fans of any of the other 31 teams in the league. But tomorrow night, Raider Nation Voices, it's myself and Jason Downs. We take phone calls from actually just strictly Raiders fans. So feel free to chop it up tomorrow night. We go on at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific.
Oh, there was one more topic that I wanted to bring up, if that's cool.
Yeah, go for it.
If we are sticking and picking with Mendoza, the room needs to, they need to cater to him. I'm a Christian. I go to church every week, man. And Mendoza is a big believer. And so you're not going to want guys like Jalen Carter in that room. You're not going to want guys like Wilkerson and these, you know, they're not not even close to Chris. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna. That would be a big locker room divide that would happen. So just something to think about or something to discuss at some point.
I mean, he's going to one of the most.
Yeah, he's going to Vegas, baby.
He's going to
Sin City. I mean,
and he's
doesn't
a Christian.
Get any more non Mendoza than going to Sin City.
But you feel me? Like if you're in it and you're a Christian and you know, and if anybody's in the chat or whatever and they know what I'm talking about, it's a pretty big deal, you know. And if they're gonna bring in somebody who's just nasty, you know, like Stephon Diggs, you know,
well,
they had
we did talk about that earlier because I had a friend of mine say that, oh, we should go after Diggs. I'm like, we're not going to go after Stephon Diggs. This team will never. Mark Davis, out of respect to Fred Biletnikoff, will never sign Stephon Diggs or any player in the NFL that has any type of domestic violence history. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it.
And that's good. That's good. So but they're going to there's going to be I don't know, man. It's going to be really curious. I'm really curious how he's going to develop the locker room there. Because, you know, it ain't like college in the NFL.
No, it's not. It's not like college. And I think, in all honesty, I know some people aren't going to like me saying this, but in all honesty, Mendoza's going to have to adapt. He's going to have to. You can't cater and change a whole team for one guy. That's how I'm kind of thinking about this.
I'm telling you right now, he ain't going to break his faith.
No, I'm not saying
nobody's asking him.
I get that. Nobody's asking him to do that. But you can't have a locker room full of 52 other guys that have to
believe the same way,
walk on eggshells around one guy. That's going to create a bigger divide in this locker room than anything you've ever seen before.
This is the point I'm bringing up because it will bring, because he's going to want to, and I do this on my daily basis. I try to share the gospel with people, Jeff. It's a thing for me and it's important. And for him, he's screaming it on live TV. You know what I mean? So he's going to be, he's going to be bringing stuff up to the players and stuff. And I think there's going to be a lot of trades that we'll see from it. where
I'd be like, but I'd be like, his religion is
management
only
team has
one
to
part.
make the room appropriate for Mendoza.
Yeah,
Wait, why is it? Why is it only for Mendoza? Why does his religion have to be prioritized over all the other players? If we are
Will's basically asking, why does his religion have to be prior? Man, I don't want to turn this into a religious.
No. You just have to look at it and say, hey, we all respect each other.
I hear you, but I'm just telling you, it's going to be a valid point.
But as a Christian, he also has to respect.
I didn't even think of that in that aspect.
Right? He has to also respect others, and you just have to go and coexist. And at the end of the day, you have to learn to respect each other and know that we're not here to judge others. That if you really believe in that way, that his job is to just do his job and go about his business. That's what it is. At the end of the day, your religion is only one part of you. That's not part of the job. It doesn't say quarterback has to be Christian, Muslim, Jewish, or whatever. It just says quarterback, leader. Period.
And Carr was, in some effect, was that same way, but I don't know if he was as, because I've heard Carr swear and everything. I don't think you're going to see Mendoza type swearing and such. That's not his thing, it seems. So I think there is a variable difference between the way Carr handled his religiousness, I guess, and if I just made up a word or not, versus the way Mendoza does. So yeah, Carr was highly religious, but I don't know how much he threw it in front of people. I'm not saying Mendoza does. You know what? Don't take this the wrong way, folks. So I don't know if there's. I don't know, man. It's going to be. I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I'll tell you right now, he wouldn't survive in a firehouse more than 5 minutes. That's for damn sure.
But I will say this, Jeff. I will say this.
Bombs fly as frequently as. Trust me. And I'm talking even while we're responding on calls, it's still flying as we're in the truck. So you'd be running out of that firehouse screaming, "I can't do this." Hello.
I'll tell you like this: if he carries himself the same way that DC did, and that part of his aspect and that part of his career, he's going to be fine. I'll be like, DC did it. DC's a Christian. He loves God. He preaches it. And at the end of the day, turned out to be a great career.
To be a little bit a different level to it is the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole different level to this.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is Carr didn't look like a goody two-shoe. Mendoza looks like the next door kid that doesn't do anything wrong. He's, prim and proper. That's just the way I see Mendoza. He's just this. If you're that perfect family, that's the kid you want to grow up as your son. You know what I'm saying? The kid does no wrong. He's smart. He's highly intelligent. You're a little quirky. But he's got the brains and everything. And
yo, you're telling me you wouldn't want Derek Carr to marry your daughter? Those two dudes are the two type of dudes that you want to marry your daughter.
No, not me.
Not me. Like I look at it, they're good guys. I'd be like, whatever they believe in, they have their beliefs. They have a strong belief, and they ride. I'm not saying what religion. I'm saying, hey, they have strong beliefs. They have strong moral beliefs, and the way that they conduct themselves. If DC and him have the same abilities in that he's going to be successful there, and he's going to be able to do his religious aspects, and do his football career and excel in Las Vegas.
Yeah, after a month of being in Vegas, he's gonna start singing rap songs out loud and going to strip clubs.
I don't see him getting tattoos. I don't see him getting a Raiders tattoo
and shit. Oh yeah, he's gonna be in the nightclub just doing this all night long.
I don't see
everybody.
Hey, he's gonna be doing that at church. He's gonna be doing that at church. That's exactly what Fernando Mendoza is gonna get videoed.
When they pass around the offer basket, he's gonna be like this.
That's exactly. Hey, and that's cool. If that's what he wants to do, if that's what he wants to make his hype videos about, if he wants to rap Christian music, I'm cool. I'll be. Hey, let's do
The
it.
boys. All right, kids. I gotta run. Love you. Take care.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Oh, that's fucking funny.
I love it, man. You know, and I do believe that, so that does play a valid point. But at the end of the day, like I said, he's a professional and this is his job. So I'm sure he'll be able to manage those aspects quite well.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Jeff, I mean, like we started this week, man, talking about possibilities, and looking at things. And now at the end of this week, man, it seems like a lot of things sped up. Max Crosby's gone. The team is completely changed. If this is true, because it's yet to be verified. It's saying that it's supposed to happen Monday, but it's a long ways till Monday. And like I said, John might have slipped. He might have had a little bit too much of that sippy sip and called the wrong team. It said, "Hey, man, I thought I was calling the Eagles." You never know. So, what are you thinking, Jeff? How do you feel? I'll be like at this moment, as a Raiders fan, after everything that you've been through this last season.
Yeah.
What is your feeling right now?
Excited at this point, I think. Seriously looking forward to what's going to happen next now. We've got that extra first round pick, which I think is absolutely huge. I think it gives us more options because we could still do more with that. We easily could. I don't think we're done. I honestly don't. I don't think this team's done with pulling some other stuff off before Tuesday, before free agency opens. I think there's still more to come.
You know what?
I really do.
I agree with you. I think
I can just feel it. I feel like something else. What it is, I don't know.
Bro,
I don't think it's gonna be us trading away anything like picks. I don't think it's gonna be us trading picks to either get a player in or to. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be to get a player in. I think if anything, it may be trading picks to maybe move back, move into the top 10. I think that you could see that because if we can move back into the top 10.
Ooh, Jeff. Wow. What a thought. Moving to the top 10, make a move for a serious top 10 pick. I'll be like,
right now, you need a replacement. You need a replacement for Max. You need that playmaker.
100%.
If we don't have that, then I'm already figuring us doomed for this season anyway. So that's besides the point. I'm not expecting playoffs. Anybody that's expecting playoffs, you're out of your goddamn mind.
They're stupid.
Not going to happen, especially not now after the news that broke a few hours ago. Okay. So Max gone, defense just took a wicked hit. Okay. And again, we're in a massive rebuild. So it's understandable that we're going to take a hit. Okay. So, and I've said this, I don't know how many times, Max was not part of the future plans of this team. We got what we could get for him. That's the best we're probably going to get for him. So I'm happy with it. We've got a first round of this year, first round of next year. Who knows what next year is going to be? Let's just hope Baltimore sucks. And we could move ourselves back into that first part of the top 10 again, but that would mean probably trading that 14th and our second rounder to move back inside the 10. Or that first rounder from Baltimore next year. It could cost us the 2 first rounders. We could trade them our 14th this year and the Baltimore first rounder next year. We cannot get rid of our first rounder next year because I think we're going to be picking in the top 5. I think regardless, we're picking in the top 5 next year. So we could move back. And if that's the case, if we get the 14 and Baltimore's 1 next year, we could move into the top 5 possibly.
Yeah.
That is a legit possibility. It really is. There's no choice about that. And if we could pull that off, then you're talking about being in the mix to take that defender that's going to light things up for you, whether it be the top linebacker at that point or the top edge at that point. It all depends on what's there. You don't know what's going to go before you. That's the toughest sell here. This is why I wish we didn't need to draft a quarterback, because guess what? That number 1 pick, bang, Reese, done. Let's go. Move that 14 this year and the 1 next year from Baltimore. Take both Baltimore's picks and move back into the top 5 of this year's draft. And then boom, follow it up with I don't know, anybody at that point. Grab the whatever. Without looking through it, I mean, I'd have to look and see what's. You know what? I'm gonna fucking do it. I want to look and see what's there, because now my curiosity is getting the best of me now. So if we in the first pick, right, take Reese. But let me do this. I'm going to propose a trade. God, if I could pull this off. Let's see. I'm going to trade with the Jets. I want to give them this and this for the number 2. Does it work? No. Okay, so that didn't work. So trading with, let's see, Arizona. I give them Baltimore's first for their number 3. They didn't take it. Okay. So let's even try Tennessee for the hell of it. The number 4. We give them the 14 and the first for their number 4. All right. Might have to sweeten the pot a little bit here. Let's go back to Arizona. So if I take Arizona, give them the 14th, Baltimore's first, they give us the 3rd, and I give them 124 overall. They still didn't take it. All right, let's go with the Giants. I'm gonna keep trying until it works. I'm gonna see how far, how close we can get back in. Giants take it.
That puts us at what?
Number 1 and number 5 in the first round. So Giants took it. That means I gave up that Baltimore first rounder this year at 14, and I gave up Baltimore's next year's. I mean, I could have pushed it further. I just wanted to move back into the first round, back into the top 10. I got into the top 5 at number 5. So I'm not taking Mendoza, though. I'm going to take a defensive player, because I'm going to beef this defense is what I'm going to do. So I take Reese with the number 1 overall. Now at number 5, so I take that linebacker. Guess who's there at number 2? I mean, at number 5 that's available. Jets take Mendoza, by the way.
Sonny.
Ruben Bain is available.
Ooh.
So is Sonny Styles.
Yep.
So is Caleb Downs. But I'm taking Bain.
Okay, so you take Bain.
Yeah, now let's see. Now in the second round, guess who's there? Ty Simpson, quarterback from Alabama. Jacob Rodriguez at 41. I'm sorry, we're at 36. He's still there. Lee Hunter, defensive tackle, still there. Offensive lineman, Iachinor, Miller, offensive lineman, still there. So do we take the quarterback, or do we go for Rodriguez? But because we already have Reese, I don't think I'm taking Rodriguez.
So you go Ty Simpson.
I'm taking Ty Simpson. Let's see. Oh, look, my guy is here. Sam Hetch from Kansas City, Kansas State, the center. Bang, I'm taking him. Now that gives me a bona fide center if we don't get Linderbaum. So, see, top guy available right now is defensive tackle Darrell Jackson from Florida State. Jesus, he's got 35-inch long ass arms. He's 6'5", 330 pounds. Holy shit. You know what? I'm taking the tackle. I've already beefed this defense up completely. Let's see. I'm taking this guy. I'll show you in a second. Oh, yes. I like that. I just took a wide receiver. Took Fields from Notre Dame.
Nice.
I'm just ripping through this. I'm kind of taking like what's close to the best available or whatever at that moment. And now I'm getting to the point where I don't know any of these guys.
He's like auto draft.
I'm taking an offensive tackle here. Let's see. I'm taking Corleone from Cincinnati. He was still there. Let's see. Ooh, Lewis Bond's still there. I like that one. Wide receiver. I like him. Taking him. Got one last pick left. And yep, taking a running back with the last pick. I'll show you in a second what I came up with. That's what I came up with.
Hold on. Let me...
It's tough to see, isn't it?
Yeah, Arbel Reese, Ruben Bain. You got Ty Simpson. You got Sam Hetch, Darrell Jackson Jr., Charles Deming, Malachi Fields, J.C. Davis, Dante Corleone. I don't know these guys at the end either.
I've heard a lot of good things about him from Cincinnati. They call him obviously the Godfather with the last name of Corleone.
So you address the linebacker position. You address the edge. You replace Maxx Crosby with Ruben Bain. You address the quarterback position, which we need, which then you address offensive line, which we need. Defensive tackle is addressed. Corner, wide receiver. What?
What's up, Clifton?
No. Really? Is that true?
I have no idea.
No.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
Defensive end for Ravens. Hold on. That's not true. Check it.
All right, so let's see here for the first round picks. Oh, so this deal with Crosby, right, with the Ravens, obviously the deal is contingent on Crosby passing a physical, which can't occur until the start of the new league year on Wednesday. This marks the first time in Ravens' 31-year existence that they've used a first-round pick to trade for a veteran player. Baltimore had the number 15. So among the teams the Ravens beat out for Crosby were the Dallas Cowboys, who were willing to offer a first-round and a second-round pick for the star pass rusher. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there was anything else. Like if there were any other teams they're going to show what they offered too. Let's see. They don't say anything else as far as the other teams, what they were offering.
And I don't see anything on that signing.
That's not even a legit name. It can't be. You're over here searching like crazy. I'm looking to see what else, if there was anything else with that trade.
No, I was just looking at if anything, if anybody did get signed. I'm like, nope, I don't see anybody here. So I'm like, yep.
This guy hasn't played in the NFL since 2022.
Ndichi?
Yeah.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's with the Michigan Panthers in 2023, the Jacksonville Sharks.
I'm sitting there looking. I was like, I know that
Football
name.
League, in Edmonton Elks of the CFL in 2024. He hasn't played since 2024. He's 31 years old. It's going to be him himself saying that. That's why it's probably him.
Yeah, he's just looking at himself, trying to get himself.
What's up, Great Value? What's going on, man? Let's see. Former first round draft pick. Arrested for regiment. 2024 he played. He hasn't played in the NFL since 2021, but he played in the Indoor Football League, Canadian League, and the US UFL. So guy's a superstar.
Shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey.
Oh man.
That's why I was like, what?
He was a former first round pick. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I knew. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. In 2016, first round, 29th overall. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Robert Chickamawanda. Chickamawanda.
Arrested after allegedly stealing groceries. Him in Mendoza, you'd be hanging out.
It says it too. It does. On July 23rd, 2025, he was arrested by Gwinnett County Police for allegedly shoplifting a bottle of wine from a gas station in Beaufort, Georgia. The case is ongoing. Oh my God, listen to this. This guy, unbelievable. So on December 12th, 2015, he fell from a fourth floor window of the Grand Hyatt Atlanta in Buckhead. It appears that the victim broke the window and then walked approximately 15 feet and climbed over a wall and fell another 15 feet. He was conscious and in stable condition when officers reported to the scene and was immediately transported to the hospital. Police later found 7 marijuana cigarettes in his room, leading him to be charged with drug possession. On March 1st, 2025, he was arrested in Kennesaw, Georgia by Cobb County Police for disorderly conduct, driving under the influence, driving with a suspended license, and driving without proof of insurance. This followed an incident where he allegedly threatened the manager of Bolero Kennesaw, a bowling alley. Police found him in his vehicle in a parking lot of the bowling alley when they arrived. He was released on bond and the case is ongoing. This guy's a fucking winner. Holy shit. No wonder he didn't play in 2025.
Oh, Tanner Jackson. He sounds like a Raider. Perfect for the Raiders. I want a championship for the East Side Hawks. Huh? Who?
What? Frenchie John Paul. I want championships for the East Side Hawks, you dumb F. Then I got brought up to Seattle Seahawks early 2000, you moron. Okay. What's your dial-up, you moron?
The fuck?
Then fucking, I don't know, but when you learn how to type in English, I might be able to address what you're talking about. But I don't know. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, sorry, I didn't bring my Ovaltine decoder ring with me. Sorry, it's in the other room. What the fuck?
Oh man!
I am shutting the phone line down. especially before whoever that is decides to call. So there's the phone number. You see it right there. If you guys want to call, leave a voicemail.
Leave
I
a
shut the line
voicemail.
down. We've been on for almost 3 hours, way longer than I wanted to be on tonight, but it's okay. This has still been fun. It's been one hell of a night, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the fact that the news broke just after I started my show tonight was awesome. It's amazing how that worked out. It's seriously, I was not expecting that at all.
No doubt about it, man. I'm like, that's pretty wild to see like everything like unfold so quickly, you know?
Right?
And I'd be like, honestly, like now it's all about wait and see. I guess Max has to pass a physical, see what's gonna happen. What up,
Big Easy?
Daryl? What's going on? Big Easy out there in Bakersfield, baby. You already know. But yeah, man, I mean, like now it's man, talk about a complete change. If Max Crosby is out, this
What's up, Shopkey?
Shopkey.
Shopkey, I don't know if you were listening, but I went into the mock draft simulator and I traded out at number 14 and got us into the top 5. I got us number 5. And with that number 5, I ended up taking I picked Reese at number 1. I didn't take Mendoza. I took Ruben Bain at number 5. I took Ty Simpson at 36. And then I went on and on and on and on from there. Was Max's good football behind him? Possible. Who knows, man? It remains to be seen how he recovers from this most recent surgery. You know?
Yep. 30 to 32 years old is probably the prime of your career, you know? So honestly, we'll see.
I mean, I think what we got from him was more than fair. It was fair. I think it was fair.
I was looking for a little bit more, I'll be honest.
I'm not gonna deny that. But you didn't know I had called in?
Huh?
Oh, why did he just hang up? Did he just try calling again? No one's tried calling since he got off.
No, we did know that you did call in.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, I played around with the draft. I didn't know if you were still in the chat after you got off the phone, but I played around with the the mock draft simulator. I got us number. I traded away both of Baltimore's picks to the Giants. Yeah, I got to figure that out yet. Shopkeep. Whenever somebody calls in, they can only hear me. They can't hear Will. Will can hear the caller, but they can't hear him. So I got to still figure out how that's gonna.
No, it's all good.
Work.
I appreciate it, Shopkeep. Thank you for calling in, man. It was awesome to talk to you, and you know, we really appreciate that insight. You know, bringing a different view. It's fun to chop it up like that.
Nate already made a.
I can't. What is that? Oh my god!
It's a Baltimore Ravens uniform with the number 98.
Yo, guys, do us a favor. If you guys have a chance, make sure you hit up our boy LB Raider 10. Make sure you go over there, like, share, and subscribe. Do the same on all the pages. I'm the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. We got our boy Raider Jeff, 401 Raider Jeff. Hey, like, share, subscribe, man.
Sorry,
we really do appreciate it, guys.
I just, you know what? I'm gonna find it funny now with I think it's gonna be funny now how people are gonna be like, oh, I can't believe we got rid of him, and I didn't see this comment. Then you're blind. It's been talked about for weeks now. The narrative has been getting pushed that way. I told you it was going to probably get to the point where enough people were talking about it that he's just like, I can't take this anymore. Please, let's just agree on something and let's just move on. You know, a fresh start for him. You know, I mean, I wish him nothing but the best. You know, I hope it works out for him over there in Baltimore. You know, no choice about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to suck for him being a West Coast guy and, you know, being in Vegas and, you know, the warm weather and everything. And now he's coming here to deal with this cold shit. God bless you, buddy. Hey, could have gone to Dallas. Could have gone to Detroit. At least you'd be playing in the dome. You wouldn't have to worry about playing in this shit.
Right. Yep.
I have never watched even a second of Sanjeet.
I have. I like his little breakdown.
I have never watched him. Not that I'm negative towards him. I'm just saying I've just never watched any of them. Yeah, and you know what? I think that had a lot to do with it too, Frank.
Facts. 100%.
I think that really did. I think he knows his limitations, and he felt as though he wasn't going to be able to play his game. Although, which is weird because, well, you know, because in the 3-4 we can move him around a lot. I don't know if he liked that or not, because he always seemed to play one side no matter what. He never moved around. And he's the type of player that you move around, you're going to confuse offenses. Why he didn't, I don't know.
I can agree with that. I'm like, he needs to move around, I think. And I think he could be successful in 3-4. Again, I think it wasn't that. I think it was the rebuild. They're saying, am I willing to go through this again with another coach? Take another shot?
Think about how many head coaches he's been through since he's been here, all right? So there's Gruden, Bisaccia, McDumdum, AP, Pete Carroll, and now so in his 8 years on this team, he's had 6 different head coaches. He's had 3 different defensive coordinators because he had Patrick Graham for 4 years. This year would be Leonard, and I forget who was here. Who was the DC before Patrick Graham?
Forget that too. No idea.
You know, so it's like, how much more bullshit did he want to go through? I mean, can you blame him?
No.
I'm willing to bet he actually approached him and said, "Hey, listen, you know, I don't want to be here for another attempt at a rebuild because there's nothing certain that it's gonna work. We don't know. You know, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see the future. Can you?"
Nope, agreed. And that's where I think you're right. I think he said, hey, you know what? And it's come out. There's come out rumors and whatever that he said that he just didn't want to leave on bad terms. That he wanted the Raiders to get the max for him and, you know,
make sure that he get a fair deal.
And that's it. But I mean, like, honestly, this is where I say, hey, did we get a fair deal? 2 number ones?
I think so.
I want a little bit more, Jeff.
I just don't. You know what it is? He's gone now. We've traded him. I just don't want to have that debate now. Like, did we get enough for him now? Because that's the next one. You know, did we get enough for him? You know, should we have gotten more? But you know what? We got what we got. He's gone. We got what we got. We got to move on and end the story. You know, because if we start another argument over Max of whether we got the proper value for him or not, I'm not in. I'm you know what? The Max era is done. He's gone. You know, it's official on Tuesday or Wednesday, provided he passes the physical. And let's just be done with it and just move right on along, folks.
And I can agree with you, but I think it's going to be in the back of of everybody's mind for the next 2 years until these picks pan out, or if they don't pan out. I'll be like, you know, people are going to talk about it because, you know, hey, it's going to be 2 years from now and people are going to be saying, hey, did those picks from the Maxx Crosby trade work out? Just like we talk about Khalil Mack.
Hey, I'm fine if we get the next number 1 pick next year. You shitting me? Absolutely. I'm even more. Would have liked to play with potential as well, but oh well. Let's talk about it. No. No.
Oh, man. Only if you jump online, Nate. Guys can't even draft. These picks are useless. You're correct. If we don't draft correctly, if we don't use the draft or the picks for the right players, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we get.
Yeah. No, because right away everybody's going, well, we can't do what we did with Mac, and we got to make sure we make the right moves, blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, first of all, you can't even come close to comparing this to that. Like, first of all, the regimes are different. You got different guys in charge now. Don't start dragging that shit in. You know, don't make it worse in that aspect. You know. But
although I'm happy.
What's up, John Leon? What's going on, man? Terrible value. Nathan's gonna be a hater now.
I love it, Nate.
2 years now to trade him, although I'm happy now that he is traded with this regime. Yeah, I've been calling it since last year before the draft. I wanted him. Let's get what we can. But in all honesty, I am glad that we didn't do it last year, because based on how the season went, and we can tell that was not Spytek running the draft and running the team. That was Pete having his hands in everything. And I guarantee whatever we would have gotten for Maxx last year, he would have fucked it up. He would have without a doubt fucked it up. So I have more faith in this year's regime running things with Spytek and him consulting with Kubiak and the other coaches and getting the right players that they want to build this team going forward. So I'm all for it. Too bad we don't have a Raven fan in here tonight, right?
Oh, man.
They were like, oh, we're going to be great now.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
John Rader. Breaking news: Burrows was seen back in Max's shit.
Hi. Why, you a Ravens fan? I'm not saying the full thing. What does the smart guy on here think good trade value is? Who's the smart guy? Because I know it ain't me. I'm just dumb and old. Who you calling the smart guy, Nate?
Yeah.
We're both wearing glasses, so we both look highly intelligent. Although Will's glasses cover his whole face. Mine are a little bit more dainty.
Yeah.
That's fucking... If they were shaded, you'd have like fucking cataract goggles on.
Hey, all I know is that we're both smart. Fuck you, Jeff.
So, Will, you're the smart guy. I'm the big idiot.
Oh, man.
So, what do you think good value? What do you think good value is basically what Nate's asking.
In my opinion, man, I'm going to tell you, I was looking for something like a Micah Parsons type deal. I wanted 2 number ones and a Pro Bowl type player, a guy that we can come in and can fill the shoes of something, right? Whether it's the leader on the defense as a linebacker, something like that. That's what I was looking for. Now, if they're saying that Jalen Carter was available, again, I'm asking Johnny Spytek. I'll be like, I need to get on my bat phone, call the homie, and be like, hey, man, well, you just sipping too much scissor that night? You know, we got a little bit too excited. The offers were getting, so the whiskey was getting kind of heavy. We misdialed. Did we not call Philly by accident? Because honestly, I want to know. I mean, like, all these trade offers were offered. And honestly, in my opinion, and I don't know about you, Jeff, but Jalen Carter, man, that's a fucking whale. And to bring a player like that, I have a lot of questions of why we chose to trade with Baltimore.
I think based on what we talked about a little while ago with Cotter, with his on-field issues or his demeanor, could be the problem. Could he be a problem in the locker room with the almighty, holy Mendoza? Not getting along with him for religious reasons. That's a possibility. That could be why they might not have taken that deal. As far as the exact type of Micah deal, I don't think you were going to see that. Mike is like the idiot in the chat said. Mike is roughly 5 years younger than him, 4 years younger. Why am I wrong all the time? What am I wrong about?
Hey, bro. Hey, why? The only people that are wrong are the people that are only in the chat, Nate, that have a mic. I don't see you over here defending your position, bro. But
he did. He called in. I'll give him that.
Hey, you better get on the mic. You better call back in. I'll be like, here's the thing.
You can't. I shut the line down.
That's
it's already done for the night. Dude, we're at 3 hours. I'm done. I'm cooked.
Bro, and here's the thing. There's no guarantee that this trade's going through. Jeff, you said it. He has to pass
he's going to pass the physical.
People are calling this a done deal.
But is it an amended type physical because of the injury and he just had surgery? You know, I guess it depends on how it's healing. They'll have to do. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't handle that shit.
So here's two things that I've heard.
Fuck, okay? I didn't even like riding on the rescue. Fuck that shit. I hate EMS.
So if he doesn't pass it, right? Let's say he doesn't. The team would have to take him on a waiver. If he doesn't pass,
I don't even know how that works.
So the team would have to sign a waiver basically taking him saying, hey, we know he's damaged goods. But like, let me ask you like this. If that does
that change the compensation?
That's where my question comes. If he doesn't pass this physical and the Ravens go like, hey, he's not passing the physical, we don't want to give you 2 number ones anymore. We want to give you 1.
All right, read the comments, dumbass. I'm just not putting the shit on the screen because you're talking like an idiot in the chat. So I'm just ignoring what you say. So these clowns don't want to put your shit on the screen or talk about it. So shut up.
Wow. It's all good, but
I love trolls. They're so much fun. Yeah, so I don't know what that changes for compensation. Like, does that change? Do we not get the first round of next year, or
that's where I'm like, if you have that, I mean, like, and if that does change compensation, does that change your mind on getting rid of Maxx Crosby? Because to me, I'm like,
no.
No, I'll be like, so do you still get rid of them for 1 number 1? Because they're going to change compensation. And then you're just basically trading player for player.
I honestly,
food for thought.
I mean, because obviously it would happen with any team we were offering to trade him to. They put him through the physical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if we would have taken the Philly offer, you know, would that have taken Cotter off the table now? Would that have changed that? Would that have been removing that 3rd round pick instead? You know, would we still have gotten caught? You know, it all depends on what the changes would be as to, you know, does that mean we just take them back and no trade and we stick with what we had pick wise? You know, this fucking guy.
Yeah, so does your mom.
Oh, he's in your channel. I can't even get rid of him.
I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of him either. Oh, I can play. Right, Ben. There we go. Fuck that guy. What's up? What does he say? LV Raider said what? Will. What's up, bro? You need to call in, man. You need to call in or get some. I don't know what is he doing right now?
I think he might be at work. I don't know.
At the strip club?
Yeah. Oh.
Making those dollars, Nate, out there shaking that Asia booty. But so, I mean, like, if that does change compensation, Jeff, I mean, like, I'm telling you, I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? See, he's at home. Like, you know, I'm like, but at the end of the day, we'll have to see, man. Damn,
it's going to be interesting.
You know, I'll be like, we still all just got to wait. And I think right now, Raider Nation has taken a punch to the gut, and it's a shocker. And I think,
for me, it's not.
Well, that's we saw this coming. I mean, like, you know, there's a lot of hype now. Mean, to me, again, it's a shock.
I honestly, I went on record the other day on the show. I said Max is definitely going by this weekend. He's done. We're getting rid of him. Fucking Nate's driving around in a Band-Aid box.
Saving people's lives is Nate, you driving the portable strip club in the back of the Band-Aid bus does not count as saving lives. I get you wear that little uniform and you shake around in your banana hammock in the back of your EMS truck as little old ladies throw dollar bills at you, but it does not qualify as saving lives.
See, he drives around the Band-Aid box. I drove around in the giant toolbox.
Oh, man. Y'all wild, man.
Well, I'm ready to call it. We're at 3 hours and 12 minutes. Yes, sir.
Now. Let's do it.
So, all right. Make sure everybody checks in tomorrow night back on this channel again and Raiders First Downs for Raider Nation Voices. We'll be opening the phone lines again tomorrow night. And we'll be doing the same thing tomorrow night, but taking Raider phone calls, which is pretty much what we did tonight anyway, because of the news that broke right after we started. So it's been 3 hours now, and Maxx Crosby has been traded in the last 3 hours. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
We can't accept those dollars.
We can't.
All right, everybody, as I always say, stay safe and go Raiders.
Raiders!